Hot like 100. Hello, 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 hello.
Loading, strapped with the lyrics like I'm bowling. Pushing on, keep rolling. And then when I listen, but I told him one more time. Your favorite MCs, bronze or silver. These raps here are golden. Cards on the table, there's no folding. Spit bars at the club, zoning. TikTok come to London, get ripped off. Man get pissed off when I start lift off. Sweet like flavors, cookie and biscuit. Planted, yeah, the bars I get ripped off. Picked up my song, yo, every time I tripped up. Little pedicure, then the big rock. Yeah, my G's do everything mix up. Full circle, now everybody linked up. That's irrelevant, memory like an elephant. Keep your heart beating, know that it's elegant. Get mad but always benevolent. Always moving up, just leveling. Constantly telling them rhyming, riddling. Cycle through these streets, I'm pedaling. Hibernating them boom, she's back again. Oh, cause a little fire on the track again. Turn the music up, vibe like an icon. Yeah, if you want buff, we can go psycho. Head to head, bar to bar, turn the mic on. Turn the music up, vibe like an icon.
Hot like 100. Hello, 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 hello.
Loading, strapped with the lyrics like I'm bowling. Pushing on, keep rolling. And then when I listen, but I told him one more time. Your favorite MCs, bronze or silver. These raps here are golden. Cards on the table, there's no folding. Spit bars at the club, zoning. TikTok come to London, get ripped off. Man get pissed off when I start lift off. Sweet like flavors, cookie and biscuit. Planted, yeah, the bars I get ripped off. Picked up my song, yo, every time I tripped up. Little pedicure, then the big rock. Yeah, my G's do everything mix up. Full circle, now everybody linked up. That's irrelevant, memory like an elephant. Keep your heart beating, know that it's elegant. Get mad but always benevolent. Always moving up, just leveling. Constantly telling them rhyming, riddling. Cycle through these streets, I'm pedaling. Hibernating them boom, she's back again. Oh, cause a little fire on the track again. Turn the music up, vibe like an icon. Yeah, if you want buff, we can go psycho. Head to head, bar to bar, turn the mic on. Turn the music up, vibe like an icon.
What up? CSGs. What's happening, CSGs? Man. Let me fix my volume. How y'all feeling out there? How you feeling? How you living? 7 games in a row. Lucky number 7. 7 games in a row. Great time to hit our stride. What is going on, CSGs?
CMB. Man, we
all we got, man. I hope y'all is feeling the vibes. I hope y'all are, I'm talking about excited about what we've been seeing from our Houston Rockets as of late. Jalen Green, man, a baby really would change you, huh? If any fathers out there, y'all know, when you have a kid, oh, I got an echo. Hold on, let me see what's going on. Yo, can you hear me? Do I got echo? Echo still here? You don't hear echo? Ricky Johnson said I got echo. You don't hear it? Okay. We rock. Like I was saying, if you have a kid, man, things change. Your whole life perspective change. When you know someone depending on you, you work harder, you get more focused and in tune because you gotta support a baby. You gotta support another human life depends on you to come through for them. So your whole perspective changed, bro. And after last game, he said he actually attributed to him having a baby to his play. That's what you want to see, man. That's what you want to see. Jalen Green said, they was asked, I don't have an echo, bro. Do I got an echo? Do y'all hear echo, Ricky? Ricky, you the only one here, Echo? Ricky, it must be on your side, bro. Everybody else say they don't hear Echo. I don't hear Echo. I don't hear Echo. Yeah, I think it's on. I think it's on you, Ricky. Yeah, you need to refresh your page, bro. Refresh your YouTube, cause we don't hear Echo. See, you got me pausing, bro, and I'm right here doing my thing, and I'm in the middle of my thing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Ricky? You good though, bro. You good. But yeah, bro. Last game, he actually contributed having a baby to his most recent play. Most recent play. Now, this game was eventful, to say the least. This game was eventful. And one thing I love about this team, we're not going to lay down and let anybody push us around. If this would have happened last year or the year before, where somebody tried to, punk Jalen, push him on the ground, do all that, they would have just let Jalen waffle on the ground. Go see if he all right. Dylan Brooks stood up, being a leader on his team, being an enforcer on his team, and he got up in his face. I'm not even mad at Dylan Brooks for being ejected. He was playing excellent. This was probably one of his better games in like a month. He was playing excellent. But he actually stood up for his teammate and Jalen. Right now, without Şengün, Jalen is the most important piece on this team. And you don't want to see people taking cheap shots at him because you get mad over somebody. I don't even know what happened. Do y'all know what happened? I don't even know why DeRozan got mad. Maybe it was something said on the court that I didn't see or we're not privy to, but that seemed like it just came out of nowhere. Seemed like it just came out of nowhere. Like, bro, why you go and, hip check, football tackle this man? I don't get it. Yeah, Jalen did block him at the rim, but I guess Jalen said something after. I would have talked crap too, man. Get that out of here. What you think it is, bro? You know what I'm saying? Just because he blocked your shot, all right. Come back and do something else. He was having a bad game anyway. So I guess it was accumulative build up from him having a bad game. And then he want to get blocked at the rim by Jalen, and Jalen let him know about it, so he took exception to it. I can see that. I knew he got blocked, but I didn't see Jalen really do too much to cause that. But anyway, Jalen been playing phenomenal. Like I said, he's the second best player on this team right now, the most important player on this team right now, since Şengün is down. And like I'm loving the pace that we're playing with. I'm loving the pace that we're playing with. Shout out to Jock Landale. I ain't gonna lie. If it wasn't for Jock Landale, we might have lost this game. Or it would have been way, way closer. Jock Landale showed up and showed out. Man, matter of fact, man, you got to give it up for Jock, man. We got to give it up for Jock. For real. Like, the dude was playing exceptional. He was playing exceptional, bro. And this is the Jock Landale we thought we was getting, from... We thought that we was getting this Jock Landale from the Suns. And he finally showed up. Jaquar, where you been at? Talking about Green finally had a good game. Green been balling. He was the Western Conference Player of the Week last week. What you talking about, Jaquar? You ain't been paying attention? Jalen been that dude for like 2 weeks now. Oh, Uncle Green. All right. My bad, Jaquan. My bad. Sorry about that, player. Sorry about that. Yeah. But Jock Londell, if it weren't for Londell, we probably lose this game. Aaron Holiday actually stepped up, looked good, and one disappointment. Don't get on me, Third Coast or Kurt. Jayshawn Tate. We was up 19. We put in Jayshawn Tate. We going down. They cut it all the way down like 8 points because of Tate. Sorry, Tate. He got to go. Tate got to go. I'm sorry. He slows down the game. He does crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, he shrunk that lead down. And I was telling Frank in the chat, I was like, because if y'all remember, they went to a double big lineup. And we was like, you know, discussing how we'll attack it in the chat. And Frank and them said that they'll match big for big, and they'll go big with Green and Londell. I was like, nah, you know, maybe we should just add some perimeter dudes, some shooting. And I said, don't put in Tate no more. Don't put in Tate. Put in Reggie Bullock. In the second half, when they did that double big lineup, that's exactly what M.A. and them went to. You seen Reggie Bullock come in, and he hit a couple of 3 or 2, and he looked good, and he actually spaced the floor out to what we needed. They couldn't stay in that double big lineup, but it worked. It worked to get them back into the game towards the end of the second quarter. It worked, but it was kind of because Tate was bad. You know, Jabari was god awful. Jabari was unplayable. And you know I love me some Jabari, but I was even like, bench him. In the fourth quarter when he was like, bench him. Bro, he said all day. You know, his stroke wasn't there. Pause. his release wasn't there. He just was cold. You know, he was cold. Like, just let him sit down. Let him sit down, bro. Bro wasn't making an impact. He was just god awful. He was terrible this game. And Fred VanVleet was decent. And Dillon Brooks, let's get on the Dillon Brooks situation before I bring y'all up. Good win though. I'm proud of my team. This is like Frank said earlier when we was in the chat, this is like a delayed Celtics run. We thought it was going to probably come a month earlier, you know, when everything started clicking just like the Celtics did, like February. This came a little month earlier. And Udoka, we got to give a hats off to Udoka. Some of y'all wanted to, y'all was kind of sleeping on Udoka, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was kind of sleeping like, I don't know about Udoka. Y'all still feeling the same way? Y'all still feeling the same way? Yeah, but let's get into that this little scrum we had against them. DeRozan attacked Jalen hard with a knee and a hip, body checked him, threw him down. Like a G supposed to, Dillon Brooks came and defended Jalen. Then a lot of grabbing and holding and falling down and all that went down. One thing that was surprising to me was, I ain't gonna lie, I thought DeRozan probably would get a flagrant 1. They actually gave him a flagrant 2. He got ejected. I knew Dillon Brooks was going to get ejected because he's Dillon Brooks. He's Dillon Brooks. If he sneezed too hard on a player, he's getting ejected. Anything outside of basketball, he's going to get ejected. So I was kind of expecting that. You know, because, you know, once again, me and Frank, we was going back and forth in the chat like, what do y'all think this is going to be? And I said, flagrant one for DeRozan. But I said, if Dylan Brooks, he's going to be gone. He's going to be gone because they look at what he did as escalation. Like, he escalated it further to the whole scrum. And I done seen, and I'm not going to lie, that's not being biased on the ref's part. I've seen other players actually get the same thing in other games. When someone have a little skirmish and they kind of get broken up, but then somebody else comes and instigate it and escalate it, they usually get tossed. You know what I'm saying? They usually get tossed. Pause. KDC. Yeah, but I seen that. I seen the escalation tech coming, and he only had one tech. A lot of people was like, he only got one tech? Why did they eject him? You know what I'm saying? But because it was escalation. He escalated the situation. You know, he escalated the situation. So Dylan Brooks was out. One thing about this team, they respond well to controversy. We seen on most of the games where we get into a little skirmish like that, they come out on fire. And this team is slowly taking the identity of Udoka on, because that's the type of player and coach Udoka is. They are embracing that type of mentality from Udoka. This is why the coach is the number one piece as far as culture to turn it around, because your team takes on your identity if you're a good coach. With Silas, happy-go-lucky, smiley, not too combative, not too, confrontational. Udoka's the exact opposite, and we see this team is doing the exact opposite from what if Silas was here. It took Silas really like 3 years to even get a tech. You know what I'm saying? But let me read off these stats real quick. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. I know this was a lot of I started a little late. Then I'm gonna bring y'all up. I know y'all ready to talk. Let me run through these stats real quick. Jabari Smith Jr. played 22 minutes. He was 2 for 10 from the field, 0 for 4 from the three-point line, 1 for 1 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, -1 with 5 points. He was only a -1, but that's because our starters was going crazy. Our man Thompson played 26 minutes. He was 5 for 9 from the field, 0 for 1 from the three-point line, 5 for 6 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds for our man, 3 assists, 1 steal. He was a 0 with 15 points. Dylan Brooks played 25 minutes. He was 10 for 13 from the field, 3 for 6 from the three-point line, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, a +9 with 23 points. Fred VanVleet, 39 minutes. He was 3 for 11 from the field, 3 for 9 from the 3. 3 rebounds, 12 assists, like always. 1 steal, 2 blocks. How does Fred be getting so many blocks? This is like a conundrum to me. Fred always get a block or two a game. He lead our team in blocks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, strips do count as blocks, but that's kind of seem like they would go under the steals. But yeah, dude, technically he lead our team in blocks. He was a -11 though with 9 points. Jalen Green played 40 minutes, 10 for 22, 4 for 12 from the three-point line. He got to throw up three-pointers because ain't nobody else really taking them, truthfully. Who else going to take the threes? Jalen Green got to take them. 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, a +13 with 26 points. Uncle Jeff Green was solid tonight. Uncle Jeff Green was solid tonight. He played 27 minutes. He was 5 for 8 from the field, 3 for 6 from the three-point line, 1 for 2 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, a +21 with 14 points. Reggie Bullock came in 11 minutes, 1 for 2 from the field, 1 for 1 from the three-point line, 3 rebounds, 1 steal, +4 with 3 points. Tate offered. He was over. He ain't do nothing but a whole bunch of cardio. Jock Londell, the man of the hour. 27 minutes. He was 6 for 10 from the field. 5 for 5 from the free throw line. He had 12 rebounds, 5 assists. He was making that short roll pass and alleys and backdoor cut. Jock Londell, man, he looked like he's bringing it together. He also was protecting the rim. He had 2 blocks. You know, he was a -1, but he had 17 points. Aaron Holiday came in. He played 18 minutes. He was 5 for 6 from the free throw line. Field goal. 3 for 4 from the free throw. 3 for 4 from the 3-point line. 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, a +11 with 15 points. Jock Londell, I'm telling you, if it wasn't for him, we probably would have lost this game. Especially because they went to the double big lineup. But yeah, man, like I said, man, 7 in a row. 7 in a row. This is shaping up because we play the Warriors at the last game of the season, I believe. The last game of the season, or somewhere around there. That game is going to be huge, I think, for our play-in, hopes and dreams against the Warriors. We going to have to be, unless they just go on a run where they lose some games and help us out. But if they stay the course and we stay the course, that game is going to be huge. And I think they play the Lakers one more time too, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, man. Like, I'm excited. And what can I say? But I need to talk to my CSGs. Fist to bring y'all up so we can get to it. I'm going to get the link. Let me get the link. Nah, I said the Warriors have to play the Lakers, I believe. I know we done with them. There go the link, everybody. Hit the link. Come on up, man, so we can get it popping. Tell me how y'all felt about the game. Tell me, what y'all seen. How y'all feeling about the rest of the season? Are y'all wired up? Are y'all crunk? You know what I'm saying? You know, I have to bring back the old crunk. You know what I'm saying? Let's get with it. My boy, AK Infinity, what's happening? Oh, you left, player. Here we go. What's up, AK? Why you keep leaving, bruh? AK. Is it me? What's going down? Oh man, bro in the loop. Hold on, let me reload my page, bro. Let's see. Dang, AK, what's going down? All right, I'm gonna drop this. Hit the link again, AK. Come back up. AK Infinity. What is going down? Somebody else hit the link, come up. See if it's just AK. He keep coming and leaving. Is it him or is it my app? It's doing it again. What's going on? Oh, man. Can somebody else come up? I got my boy Frank. Let's see. What's up, Frank? Can you hear me, Frank? Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Is it clear?
Yeah, you good. I don't know what's wrong with AK Infinity.
Okay, you probably just glitching.
He's stuck on a loop. Like, what's going on, Frank? Talk to me, man. How you feeling, bruh?
Man, chilling. Let me switch over to my phone. I'm on my computer. I know it be tripping sometimes. Let me try to get on my phone with it. Hold on.
All right, all
Give me a
right.
sec.
I'll go to Third Coast then. What's up, Third Coast?
Not much, man. Just enjoying these stretch of games. I know they're each game is just so important for us to win because you know how many games back we are from the Lakers and Golden State, and every win that we have just increases that pressure on Golden State and the Lakers. I was hoping that the I was hoping that the Grizzlies would put up a good fight, man. They were looking fine, I guess, in the first half, and I took a break and came back in the second half, and Golden State was up by like 23 points, and I was like, ah, man, it's over. But you know,
Yeah.
hoping it gets hope, I guess, when it comes to Grizzlies versus Golden State right now. But yeah, no, just proud of how those guys are playing. I feel vindicated about Jock Londell because I was really happy about us picking him up because I saw how he was playing for Phoenix and just the amount of effort that he was giving. And, you know, he came in after that ankle injury and he just looked absolutely unplayable. He looked terrible. And so happy for him that he's playing well. Jalen is looking great. He seems like he's switching up his timing. Like when he gets into the paint, he's not like just pedal to the floor all the time. He's
Right.
kind of switching it up. He's being a little bit smarter, with his shot selection. He still does the heat check thing that I expect to see like at least 2 or 3 times a game. But it seems like he's making better decisions out there. Better passes, getting our men involved. Like I can count on my hand, all of last year how many times he's passed the ball to Jabari. And seeing just how much he's, giving the ball to our men and letting our men cook and doing stuff like that, and how much he's been getting Jabari involved. Even though Jabari kind of had a weird game tonight. I don't know what was going on with his game offensively, but yeah, no, just proud of the guys, man. They're just, Sengun went down, everyone's stepping up. Good to see Holiday have a good game, kind of give us some relief. Same thing with Jeff Green, knocked down some perimeter shots like he was earlier in the year. And yeah, just taking the good with the bad. Luckily, there's just not as much bad happening. So
That's facts.
I just wish Tari was here, was a part of this push.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I know you hear me talk about your Bay Sean, man. What do you you ain't mad at me about the Bay Sean thing, is you?
No, I don't have. Despite popular opinion, I don't have some weird man crush on Jay Sean.
Nah. I know, bro.
But Jay Sean was, he was just Jay Sean, man. He wasn't Jay Sean.
He wasn't Bay Sean tonight. He was Jay Sean.
Yeah, he wasn't getting it done, man. Like last game, the last game he played, he came in, gave us great minutes, great energy. Knocked down some shots, made some good defensive plays. Cool. But this game, But yeah, I don't know, man. Just Jalen. I feel confident this is a new Jalen, and it's not just a trend. I think he has leveled up, for real.
Yeah.
We look at how much he's shooting. He's still only getting a little bit over 20 shots. He's not increasing how much he's shooting, but he's just making better decisions with the ball. Like how they were trapping him, how they were double teaming him, trying to get him off the rock. And, he wouldn't throw the ball away or try to do some crazy. You remember first 2 years, like Jalen would get trapped, and he would always jump up off the ground and try to make some crazy pass. Him and KBJ were doing it. And now he knows not to jump. Like, don't jump. Like, don't panic. Like, try to see the floor, understand where people were before you got trapped, and look for movement from your guys. And he's just making way better passes, and it's just letting you know, like, hey, if you trap Jalen, he might make you pay for it. If the more and more better he is at seeing the floor, he might make you pay dearly. And then when you have Amen and just how much he's cutting, it can be dangerous to trap Jalen. So just hopefully he just keeps improving at that. And I'm really excited about next season, man. Like, Amen and his defensive versatility, and Tari, Bari, like all their defensive versatility, if they can put it together, like, I think Ime is going to be a very happy camper to have like that much defensive versatility on the squad. So
yeah, that's facts, bro. That's facts. Like I know we know, it's injuries. It's been injuries, and we dealing with injuries, to some of our key people. Like, but it's amazing how we actually didn't crumble. Because we got all the reasons in the world to just hang up for the last 3 weeks, just to like hang up the season. It's over. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got all the reasons, but we're actually stepping up and responding. And now we can actually look to next year like, hey man, next year we're gonna be it's gotta be, all balls to the wall, so to say. Pause. Like, we gonna come with it, and we're gonna be that much more competitive, that much more cohesive. As a team, get a couple of more pieces here and there, like nothing big. It's not like we're gonna probably have to make any major moves. At first, if you would ask me this in December, I would have been like, man, this team is, or January, man, this team is really like a superstar away. We need that superstar guy, which we probably still end up needing if we want to win a championship. I'm not gonna just throw that out the window, but at least we can see what we have in these young guys, and like the future. The light is at the end of the tunnel, so to say. We just need to make round out this roster to be competitive from 1 to 9, 1 to 8, 1 to 9. Then I think we'll be straight.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's a big opportunity that, looking for that superstar that may pop up in free agency. I don't think that's going to be as much of a priority. Just keep developing our guys and just keep watching the market and seeing what happens. But, I'm excited about, like I said before, about next year, and us coming back and not necessarily having to experiment as much, right. We should come back and know exactly who we are as a team, what we're doing, and we can really just hit the ground running, it's just the future looks good. It looks good, and we're 3 years younger than OKC when it comes to like Shea and all their key players. And we just have a lot of time to just, I guess, just iron things out. The only thing is just the contract situation. Like the only thing that I'm kind of worried about is the contract situation, but we'll see what they do.
Facts. Appreciate that third coast, my man. Appreciate that, brother. We got my boy Frank. What's good, Frank?
What's up, Space?
What's happening, bro? You know.
Man, chilling. We on the road to the play. No, I'm playing. Let me not get too ahead of myself. We still gotta. I ain't gonna lie. You seen Jock Londale say that? Like the boy said it with confidence, bro. I like that, man. I like when dudes talk like that. When he said that, yeah, we trying to carry this into the postseason, and then you heard a man say we just trying to win every game. That like it's like I feel like Coach Doak could probably give him a speech before every single game, and on some like you're playing, some gladiator before the war type stuff. Like we got to go into battle tonight. We're in the playoffs right now, and yeah, they hooping, man. It was a good game. I think this was probably Jalen's best game of the stretch, in my opinion. Just because the challenges that he was thrown at, you got to think of Caruso being a great defender, and then the way they were being aggressive on the pick and rolls with him, hedging with their big man, and he was still able to pick his spots and then counter that and not like force a bad game. So like just more of the same as far as like this stretch being real as far as his development and the corner that he's hit. It's not just his shooting. Like, even if he had a bad shooting night tonight, I think he didn't shoot too good from three, but he played a great game. And then he's engaged on defense. I mean, if this the Joker you getting, bro, like, it changes, like, the team. If he was like this from the game one, we'd probably be like a 5th or a 6th seed. And Charlie wouldn't look crazy calling us a 6th seed. You know what I mean? So just add baseline, bro. If this is what we getting with a healthy team next year, then yeah, man, this is exciting development. Then you think about this run we're having. I was on the Twitter Spaces earlier. Somebody had said it looked like the Suns' bubble run, and man, it was on. Somebody tweeted that, and like that is so. Y'all don't understand how important a stretch like this for confidence, for expectations, for just like what are we think we are, because a lot of it is like mentality and confidence. And if they lose, obviously their April is hard. If y'all look at the schedule, we got Timberwolves, Miami, Golden State, Dallas. It kind of get hard next year to close out the season. A couple of them games on the road. Even if they lose 3 or 4 games, just to close out March, or this season, we're in March so far, we're 9-1. We're probably, Lord knows what after the month end, we'll probably be like maybe 11-3 or something like that. And then maybe you go 500 in April. That's damn near a 15-5 stretch for a 2-month period. And that means you come into that next year, your expectations are to just be an outright playoff team. So, but it's been good, man. I think these games, we could have easily lost a couple of them, but we had nut checking moment in Washington when they was when they was close to us, but like it was like a tie game, and then Jalen went off on a single burner just by himself. Then you had this game where Chicago came back, and then the team just kind of came back after halftime and just made adjustments. Biggest adjustment being taking a man away from the corner and putting him into action as a screener. I think that was important. It's just, to me, they're catching fire at the right time. And it's like, I've been saying this all year, bro. Like, this team is going to run. And I remember I told you I was going to be in January because that's what the Boston Celtics did. But I'm going to adjust it now, even though it's after the fact. Because we were so young, I give us an extended grace period on the curve. Because I knew at some point in the year they were going to click and they were going to go on a tear. That's just with good coaches like Udoka. Once their system settles in, it's like off to the races. And they're having that Celtics run, because the Celtics were a 500 team up until like January 9th of the year they went to the finals. And then it clicked, and they had from early January to the end of the season, they were one of the best teams in NBA history. Like no cap. Yeah. I'm talking about offense and defense. History, bro. Efficiency, shooting, defense, like everything was off the charts. They had like a 20-game winning streak or something like that.
So it was like 18, something like that.
It was something crazy. I remember it was like damn near 20 games. So his stuff is just coming in, and I put him. He probably top 3 coach of the year, in my opinion. I still think the dude over in Orlando, he probably my number one just because they weren't bad as us, but for them to get up to a top 4 seed is impressive with young guys, and then OKC definitely being a number 1 seed half the season is, you can't look past that, and I think we right there at the third, bro, because being a top 10 defense, we're probably going to finish out 500 or right behind it or maybe a little bit above it. And then developing players. You see what he did with Jabari, turning him from the worst player in the league to one of the good role players, turning Şengün from an afterthought as a screener into a near all-star. And now Jalen Green's coming out as somebody that was damn near unplayable in a lot of closing minutes in a game to a player that's the biggest plus on the court damn near every night. So that's coaching, man. That's the biggest thing the Rockets have done in this rebuild is sign that man. And it's all coming together, and it's great, man. It's great to see, and it feels good to be excited about the games this late in the season, bro. We're not just like, yeah, who we gonna draft next year? Let's look on Tankathon. What's going on? Like, I don't care about the tournament. I don't care about Tankathon. I don't care about nothing, bro. I don't care about none of these dudes coming out next year, bro. And Kentucky just lost. So I'm gonna tell you quick. My mother-in-law asked me to fill out a bracket for her, bro. And I put a tweet out because I was like, I don't know how to tell her I'm not a good college basketball person. But she think because we do the chop shop, she like, my son-in-law, he play. So this for her job.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn. So I'm asking people on Twitter, and I'm like, Kentucky lost, man. That bracket already done, but I'm sure everybody else's is though. So, but nah, man, it feels good, man.
So you had to get a consultant.
Nah, I was asking, bro. I was DMing people that I know be covering draft stuff, asking, hey, what you think I should put? But damn, Kentucky loss is crazy, bro. I know that just blew up everybody's tournament bracket. That's nuts. Yeah. And them 2 kids on there, Dillingham and Shepard, possible Rockets. I don't want them, bro. If you can't show up in the tournament, I'm big on the tournament because to me that's the closest atmosphere to the NBA.
To the
if you get exposed, to the playoff. If you get exposed in the tournament, you're probably not gonna be good. That's just me. That's just me.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Me and you, we like basically on the same page because I don't know why when I was like in high school in my early 20s, I was like deep into like the Final Four and all that. I don't know why. The older I got, it was like became an afterthought. I think it's just me. I got older and changed. I don't know, but I don't pay attention to college like I used to. So that's why I don't never fill out a bracket because my bracket's gonna be crazy.
She forced me, and I was like, damn, close my eyes and just pick. But I mean, but back, on the the Rockets, I know we slated. Once again, if you got a player, you're gonna pick. To me, if they get exposed in the tourney, that's a red flag to me. I like guys that rise to the occasion in them tournaments, rather than people that Jabari got exposed a little bit in the tournament. He did. You feel me? And you see how much work he'd have to put in to get to where he at, and he has physical gifts. Reed and Dillingham, they small. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying for those, I know we was talking about Reed Shepard and. All right, man, we might want to look at moving that pick if it was up to me.
I don't see why would we bring in another young guy that you know what I'm saying? Anyway, like, I know we got vets here now, and it won't just be like it was under Silas, but I don't see, we barely got room for Cam. You know what I'm saying? And oh, man, like, I don't see why we'll use it. I say, trade it to get an established veteran over here that can actually help the team, bro. Like another moving shooter, or the Duncan Robinson type mode or something.
We could probably trade back. We could trade them back. Like we don't have to trade the pick outright, but we could probably trade it backwards to like a later pick for maybe more assets, like a couple, another first, or maybe a first and a couple seconds, something like that, and then. Pick like you said, or we can even just draft a big man, like a rim runner, somebody that, we could groom up since we got about 5 centers, just bring a young guy that could take Londale and, what's his name, Steven Adams' spot when he get in. Because I think as well as Adams is, Londale is playing, as well as Steven Adams. Everybody loves Steven. I love Steven Adams and Şengün. If we got Şengün, Adams and Londale to me are just different versions of Shane. Like I want a rim run on this team, bro. I need somebody that's gonna go get a lob. I need a guy that's gonna pin that basketball to the glass when you try to go in there. And so I think we still need that player on the team. So I draft a big man. I'll go ahead and go get me one of these tall kids somewhere in the mid-teens or in the late 20s in the first round.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at that, bro. AK Infinity, what's good?
What's happening? What's happening, my peoples? What's going
good
down,
with it?
bro? Not much, bro. We riding high over here in Red Nation, bro. We riding high, man. We riding high. So, real quick, man. Dylan Brooks to me player of the game, dog. I don't care. It would have took a Hall of Fame performance from 3 different players for me to change my mind on that. Dylan Brooks.
Hall of Fame.
It would have took a Hall of Fame.
He's still on business, ain't
he? Yeah, bro. Like y'all don't understand. You Frank, you play football, right?
Yes, sir.
You know there's one dude on your team, whether it's offense or defense. There's always that one dude where just him being there, he can have a good game or a bad game, but just him being there, he make your confidence up. Like he got your back no matter what. If you screw up, he gonna clean you up. Like or if somebody come after you, they gon' Pause. Man, that's a big pause. I ain't even see that. God, dog.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, if you ever got cheap shotted and your enforcer just come through and like, hey, bro, we're not doing it. Or on the next play, he take the other dude out, the dude who tried to cheap shot you. That's Dylan Brooks, bro. You need that to win a championship. I don't think I can think of a championship team that didn't have somebody like that, bro. You gotta have it. You gotta have an asshole. You have to. It's important. You cannot be a championship team without one of them. Sometimes 2 of them. But I just wanted to give him props for that. I didn't care if he was having a good game too, but you could tell his presence lingered around for the rest of the game because they had another little skirmish with what was it? Was it Landale and
Landale and Big Drum? Yeah.
Yeah, like you can tell his imprint is on this team. You could tell it's there, bro. So there's one. Obviously, there's the Udoka factor too, but you need somebody on the court with you doing the same thing. Because last year, dudes could get into a little skirmish here and there, but you didn't have a player to come in and clothesline somebody if they're acting crazy, and you ain't had a coach. So it was just swallow that L and keep it moving.
I still gonna give it to Londale though, personally, but yeah, I agree with everything
I ain't mad at it.
Though.
I ain't mad at it. Landale, he been hooping. I really like how
only because they went double big. And,
yeah, me too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that kind of messed with Jabari too. That boy need to be on that Timmy Chan's diet for the rest of the summer. He need to be on the Timmy Chan diet, 6-piece wings, shrimp fried rice, all that.
Turkey leg hut or something. He need that.
Yeah, he needs something, dog. He gonna be all right though. I think he got it good in his head. He got a good head on his shoulders. He got an NBA daddy, so I think he's all right. He gonna be fine.
Yeah. This was like one of the worst games I ever seen him play. So.
Yeah,
you lying, Space.
This was a bad game, though, Frank. This was a bad game.
Bro, Jabari, rookie year, bro. What are we talking about?
Well, I'm talking about, this year.
This year. This one of the, this one. I think he had a worse one.
He's had a worse one. I feel like there was a game he played like 9 minutes. Where emails like, nah, that's enough, bro.
he battled, though. I mean, Drummond is a mountain of a man, dog. He is a mountain.
Yeah.
So what you gonna do with that?
I wanted that dude at the deadline, bro. Like,
I did too. I swear to God, I wanted him.
He would have pushed us over the top, bro. To me, that's the type of guy. Like, you go get that, bro. Chicago got a weird team, don't they? They got all these like good players, but they just suck. I just don't understand.
Yeah, they got a bunch of good
Billy
players.
Donovan for you, man.
Yeah, Billy Donovan a real good coach, by the way.
So
I like him, especially his defense. I like the way he coached defense too.
When he don't have a star player, he ain't that good. He ain't that good.
Who is, bro?
I mean, really, who is? But if you
MA good. We ain't got no star.
I think we got more talent than Chicago, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like
Billy Donovan role players be performing though.
Yeah, he just got a bunch of role players, and they ain't playing right now.
Yeah, they are, but they in the East.
They in the East.
I mean, another point I think is kind of going over everybody's head too is, dog, I don't think everybody realized that Jalen has gone 10 straight games being a positive net rating. 10 straight games.
I thought it was the whole post All-Star break.
I don't know if it's the whole post, whatever the 10 games is.
Oh, okay. If you add it all, like I think like so far, like he's been the highest plus minus since the All-Star, which is crazy for him.
Yeah, he's the highest plus minus, and every game he's been in a positive. Every single game. Every single game. That is crazy. That tells me that something clicked in his head. Whatever it was, maybe it's him having a baby.
That's the baby, man. He said it.
He needs to have a couple more of them if he gonna hoop like that.
Nah, we don't want to put too much on him.
We need to keep Dre around, bro.
We don't want to put too much on him.
Hashtag keep Dre around. Hashtag keep Dre around.
I'm tripping, bro.
Whatever she putting on him, she need to keep it on him. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm gonna say, man. But I thought when Sengun went down, I thought Fred was gonna be cooked, cause I thought the way that we played was a little bit too simplistic, cause they were so Sengun dependent. But I thought Ime and Fred have done a good job adjusting to the new circumstance, being more creative, and I thought they would start Jock, but throwing Jabari at the 5 and Amen at the 4, that's been looking really good defensively, especially. I know we played the Wizards twice, but hey, if we didn't whoop them, then we would really be having questions, right?
We can't forget about that Cavs game.
Oh no, I ain't forgot about that one either. Oh yeah, we dealt with them. Yeah,
the Cavs game, we blew them out. I think Londale being the player he is is so important for us, because if he wasn't good right now, bro, we would be cooked. Because nights when Jabari is tripped, because there's some teams you can't play Jabari at the 5, bro. Like tonight, it's not gonna work. I thought I didn't even think they should have started Jabari tonight. I thought Londale should have started off rip. And Fred, man, y'all got to give. I know a lot of people. We've been kind of on some nights been hard on Fred. Now I'm looking at it. Just seemed like Fred he played what he needs to do to get the dub. And right now for him to getting the dub is getting the ball in Jalen hands. And I think that's to me, that's why you signed him, because he adjusts to the situation. If it's we got to run this play to go get a win, that's what we're gonna do. And I think people gave him a lot of crap for taking some of them shots. If JG has stepped up early in the season, I think this is the Fred you would have seen all year, which is a guy that's willing to pass the ball and get the ball out of his hands and let these young guys cook. But in the absence of that, him and Dylan feel the need, because they're winners, that, okay, these young dude ain't cooking tonight, I got to go get it. And then when they don't get it because they don't have the talent, we start like getting mad at them, like, why Fred took? Well, yeah, because the other dudes wasn't doing nothing. So I think this is what Fred's like role, where he needs to be more of a supporting character rather than the main character. I think the next step for the Rockets is, now that we've seen Jalen is awake, let's bring, when Sengun come back, can we run the same way we was running 2-man with Fred and Sengun, insert Jalen in that role, and then Fred can play off of that, and then I think we can get to the next level as like a contender.
Yeah, I think we gotta. I mean, it's good that Jalen is playing great. You know what I'm saying? It's good that he's playing great, but you don't want to have to see him play great without Sengun. You want them to be on the court together and both of them actually playing good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
which they were doing, and it would have been really interesting to see if Sengun was still healthy. How would that look? It would have been very interesting, because I'm sure they were both because they looked like they were starting to figure it out amongst themselves.
We got an echo. I don't know who that is.
That's EF with the echo.
Yeah, go mute.
They be blaming EF for everything.
Nah, he probably ain't even him. Yeah, we got an echo.
Nah, it's EF.
Yeah, but yeah, to your point, I mean, the team's been look. I think people, once again, if you know basketball, you understand what you're looking at with this team. You have to have, like, when teams are going to start, what they're going to do, the Bulls, they did a little bit tonight. When they start trapping Jalen, especially the good teams, when they scheme up, because that's what you're going to see once Jalen showed the NBA that he's arrived. Just like when Şengün did it early in the season, guess what they're going to do? They're going to adjust to you. And then they're going to force your team to beat them in other ways. And we haven't gotten there yet with this new look team. Once we get there, this is why it's important to have really good players around the court, not just in one guy. If you run a two-man with a center that's a near all-star and a young star guard that's on the ascent, it's really hard to stop that, right? Because you got to pick. Do I trap Jalen? Okay, if I do, Şengün coming downhill. If you guys know, all year when he goes downhill, he's like Giannis. That's one of the deadliest things you want to see. Okay, we're going to take away Şengün. All right, Jalen, go ahead and drop 40. That's where you're trying to get to. That's where you try. That's how you get to be a second, third round team. So that's Udoka. They got to figure that out. Get in the lab. I think I'd seen little glimpses of it. They were playing fast, and yeah, it's unfortunate that he's not here. But hey, next man up, bro. Like we got. In fact, to me, this is a blessing, in my opinion, for us as fans. It's a blessing for Jalen because now he gets to really get these reps and kind of find himself. And then the next step will be, let's find all of our, like Tari Eason coming back, Cam Whitmore coming back. How do we integrate all these guys into a winning, cohesive unit that's going to go for a contendership? Like, we're trying to get to that next level. But, man, I'm so impressed with Udoka. I'm impressed with Jalen. Londale, I'm going to give him props. Y'all not be hating on him. Hell, even Uncle Jeff done woke up from his nap, bro.
Yeah.
Dude was looking like the worst player in the
league. A 2-month nap, but...
Nah, he used his Ben Gay before the game. That's what it was.
Nah, but for real though, Frank, cause you know, me and you and some of the guys in the chat, we been on this. You gotta be playing for something other than yourself to really be great. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm a father, you a father. I don't know if AK a father or not.
Not that I know of.
Oh. Well, not just yet, but you'll see it, bro. Like, you'll see it. Like, when you actually have, like, another human being depending on you, whether they gonna eat, whether they gonna, you know what I'm saying, have somewhere to lay, transportation, education, all of that, bro. It's something inside of you just wake up and it clicks, bro. And it's like, I can't fail because if I fail, I'm not just failing myself, I'm failing, you know what I'm saying, basically my future and my kids. So
your legacy.
Yeah, my legacy. If I fail, my legacy gone. You feel me? And something about that, and Jalen actually having a baby and responding this way is almost par for the course, tell you the truth. Like you cut out all the nonsense, and this is why, Frank, we always said if Harden had a family, Harden would probably won a ring probably 3 years in a row ago, like
Space,
5
don't
years
let me get
ago,
my soapbox, bro. I get on. You know my
man.
theory on marriage.
Yeah.
To me, y'all know. Let me give y'all a little. This is gonna be kind of left field, but it applies.
It applies.
And it may sound old school, but do you know why a lot of, like, in the church, why to be a deacon they want you to be married, or in some political positions, if you're not married, they're not, even though it's not written, they won't put you in that position. Like if you watch these, like, even in America, you watch these politics movies, they're like, if you're gonna win the presidency, they'll do like a fake marriage to try to make them, because just like in the Bible, if you can't run a house, how you gonna run a team, bro? If you don't understand the dynamics of partnership, of, being cooperation, making sacrifices, because that's all that tells you when you somebody, and I'm not saying this applies across the board. There's a lot of great people that don't have kids or aren't married, but to me, if it's a stabling force for especially young men once you make those life decisions, because it shows you have commitment. And most of the great players, they get married, bro. That's just my thing. And if you damn near, you're a millionaire, at some point, but, it's not for everybody. I'm just saying, to me, that says a lot. I'm not saying Jalen should go get married or whatever, but I think having a child, it does make you have to pick a decision. Like, it happens to anybody, whether you work at the grocery store, you work at the bank. Mm-hmm. When you have a baby, normal dude be like, damn, I got to go get 2 jobs, bro. Like, I'm on my grind. I'm picking up overtime. And I'm just seeing that on the basketball version for Jalen Green, where instead of you getting 2 jobs, you working overtime, try to stack up money for your baby coming. He probably practicing harder. He thinking about his contract. He more of an adult. Like, it's real stuff, man. And to me, what he been saying, the way he responded, it let me know that he got like a good head on his shoulder. And if y'all know from the channel, I took away. I'm not giving him Kobe back. I'm not. I can't. But I think the Devin Booker level is still on the table for him. I can't give him Bean, bro, because I just don't think he got that. Just for me, it's always been mental for him. And to me, the biggest thing I've seen, despite all the Drea news, and we don't talk about that on the Chop Shop. We don't gossip. Right. All the stuff about the babies, the Josh Christopher videos, which we did not touch.
Lord have mercy.
All of that, his bad play.
I almost forgot about that, bro.
Bro, I know, right? His bad play throughout this whole season, all of that in one season, bro. Dudes was trading this man for the dude on the Knicks, Grimes and stuff.
Yeah,
all these
bro.
Crazy stuff.
That was wild.
That man came out of that a G, bro. To me, that's all right. Now you got my attention, brother. You built different. I like that. So to me, that's a game changer. I'm seeing this. That's mental resolve. And he heard all the noise, and he came out of it. All that pressure created a diamond. So let's, we just gonna keep it pushing. Even people see someone in the chat talking about painting his nails. Hey, that's how he rock. You know what I mean?
Man, listen,
that's how he rock. I ain't got no opinion on that.
I don't care what color his nails is.
Shoot, as long as like you said, as long as he hooping, bro. So yeah, I think just mentally, I think he's really shown and developed a lot, and that killing instinct is starting to come out, and that's all I've been waiting for, bro. Because to me, if he got killing them, then yeah, man, you can ride with that.
Yeah, bro, and I'm gonna give him. We old school. I'm gonna give him that young Ray Allen title. Like, bro, Milwaukee Bucks Ray Allen. He was something special, bro. For real.
He was a fool with it.
Yeah,
he was a fool with it.
Yeah, so I give him if that's his ceiling, or I'll be happy with that, bro. I really be happy with that. And,
I ain't gonna lie, I see a little D Wade, just cause he ain't as tall as like the Kobe's and them. D Wade was about 6'4", Jalen about 6'4", athletic. D Wade was a good defender too. But D Wade came in the league. He was a senior out of college. Jalen came in 19 years old, skinny little dude. When he get a little bit more strength to him, I think we really gonna see something different from a defensive standpoint and a ball handling standpoint.
Yeah.
So I don't think that D Wade.
That's all he need, bro.
Right. I don't think the D Wade trajectory is off. I don't think that's too off to me. Right. Just especially from a shot profile standpoint, I would love him to be more D Wade on a shot profile. I know he hitting his threes right now, but every time he take one, my stomach just bubbles, dog.
Damn,
bruh.
Nah, because he had some horrible 3-point shooting games this year, and I'm just like, yo, why you keep shooting these things when you actually good in the mid range?
Yeah, and one thing I wanted to mention. We are on a 7-game winning streak, but we done won 9 out of our last 10.
Yes, beautiful. It's just beautiful,
and
bro.
we barely, we barely lost to that LA, Lakers.
And that was on a back-to-back. Y'all don't forget that was on a back-to-back, and that we could have beat them. So we damn near could have been undefeated this month so far. So they've been cooking, bro. Like, it's real, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, Ty Lue did out-coach Ime that game. I ain't gonna lie.
Terribly, yes.
I ain't not really, because
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
When you got 3 Hall of Famers at your disposal, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I think from my assessment of that game, we just ran out of talent. Like, the talent and experience, we just ran out.
That pick and roll with Harden, bro.
We was up 20. Yeah, we was up like 20, bro. Like, I know, but yeah, that pick and roll. The adjustments and the alignment Ty Lue put his players in, where they forced like JG and Fred to be in the weak side, help. Like, he did that on purpose. Like, oh man, Ty Lue's such a great coach, bro. But I think
Yeah.
Ime got that too. But he just
20,
don't got Kawhi
but
Leonard.
let's be real. 20
Yeah.
is the new 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, you up 20, it's only like you up 10, really, because 20, we
Yeah,
see.
that's how many possessions is that? That's 6, 7 possessions. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really
that's
just
a
7.
2 minute stretch in NBA now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple of fast breaks, a couple of threes.
You get hot from 3, hit some free throws. Next thing you know, it's a tie ball game, or you within at least a couple possessions.
Yeah,
Yeah, that 3-point shot
we
can
see
change
great
everything.
teams. Some of the best teams in the league lose a 20-point.
Space, did
lead.
you watch? Or anybody on the panel watch the LeBron James and JJ Redick podcast, bro?
I only watched
Not
like a
yet.
few clippings of it. I haven't watched the whole thing.
Chop, you watched it. Chop Shop listeners, y'all go watch that, man. That's some like, man, some high level hoops. They was talking about what we were just talking about. JJ was like back when him and LeBron and them were young back in the day, like in the early 2000s. If a team was up like 15 in the third quarter, the starters ain't seen the fourth. Like, it's over, game over. Like, if a team was up 15, they're clearing the bench to start the fourth quarter. Now you playing your starters damn near down to 2 minutes with a 15-point deficit just because you can come back. So the game has definitely changed, bro.
The 3-ball revolutionized, like.
I want to ask y'all this, speaking from a basketball IQ standpoint, just basketball knowledge standpoint. I really got to ask y'all's opinion because I kind of waffle back and forth on this. Do you, if you're Tillman Fertitta and Patrick Fertitta, and you got Rafael Stone as your GM, do you really trust him to make the smartest decisions this summer? Because this is a huge summer for the front office, especially. Do you trust him moving forward? Because we just started phase 2. Before we even get to phase 3, do you trust Stone and whoever's working under Stone to get us to phase 3 responsibly?
Oh, bro, I was doing good on my positivity, bro.
I'm sorry,
straight
man.
up,
My bad.
bro.
I had to
Space,
ask-
you got it.
I would say this. I think Udoka is gonna buy Stone some years, maybe even a couple of more than what he should.
Okay.
Because Udoka is making sugar out of those saying sugar out of spit. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, and as long as you got a coach that can actually make what you put out on the court look at least competitive and decent, people gonna look at it like, hey, Stone did his job. Look what he got at Udoka. Even though it's not exactly fit right, the pieces is not fitting right. I think Stone can make Udoka's job a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? It's like Udoka is really carrying Stone lack of mismanaging assets and things of that nature, and it's gonna buy him some time. Now, it's only gonna buy him some time up to a certain point, because once we get to that point, like you saying, phase 3, he might make it into phase 3. But we seen GMs and people actually get fired, like when they teams are in the playoffs, like the year before. Even we see coaches lose their jobs, even when they got a team that's in the playoffs. So if we cap out, let's just say 3 years from now, we cap out at the divisional round of the playoffs every year, then Stone is really gonna be under the. Even though Udoka is still doing what he's doing and putting him in the playoffs, then you start looking at roster construction even more, with a more emphasis on why is this team not getting to over the hump. You know what I'm saying? And that's when Udoka ain't gonna be able to save Stone no more.
Yeah, because I waffle on it back and forth. One thing, I ain't gonna lie, Stone, I guess he has been getting kind of lucky, but he still was in position to get lucky, so I guess I got to give it to him. But on the other hand, you can't depend on luck. You can't really depend on luck like that, man.
You right.
Pieces ain't gonna just keep falling into place like that. Like what I think the draft, depending on how the lottery shakes out and how I guess the play-in shakes out too. I guess that'll tell us how. I guess that'll give us some more better context going into the summer on what the possibilities can be. But I just don't know that I can go into another summer with Stone at the helm and have confidence that he's gonna make a move that we don't have to give up too much to get back something good. That's the problem that I keep seeing. Like, we keep giving up too much to get good stuff back unless we get lucky. It ain't like Stone did something where it's like, man, you know what? He really done out GM somebody else on this trade. I just haven't seen that yet.
No, I don't think he actually.
I'm not seeing a championship level GM.
Yeah, I haven't seen him outright win a trade yet. Maybe the closest thing is the Şengün trade because he gave him, but that's like, if they knew what Şengün was gonna be, OKC would have never traded Şengün, especially for those Wizard picks, that Wizard pick and that what's name pick. Like, it didn't even end up conveying. I think, like, if they knew. So, what's saving Stone's job now is we were tanking, so that bought him 3 years. Now we moving into another phase. Şengün saved his job up to the trade deadline, and now Jalen is also starting to save his job because Jalen is actually starting to look like he's rounding into a number 2 pick type of player. You know what I'm saying? If he keep on this trajectory. So, like I said, he's been covered up. Like, his mistakes, like, us as fans, we see it. You know what I'm saying? We see it, but you're going to have a legitimate reason to get rid of your GM. And as long as your coach is putting players in the right position to win, your players look like they got a bright future, then he's going to buy them some time. Like, and I'm one of Stone's toughest critics, but I'm starting to see how it's more than likely probably going to play out. Stone probably going to be here because they're going to give him the luxury of actually building a team. So he's going to get credit for building his team. You know what I'm saying? But once we're knocking on the door of the playoffs and we end up capping out like at a certain spot, like 2 years in a row, then you start saying, well, then most people, even the national medias, because we're gonna be probably in a more national games and more eyes is gonna be on us. What is it about these Rockets that they can't get over the hump? You know what I'm saying? Like, people was even questioning Daryl Morey with his scheming, 3-ball heavy, no center, and all of that eventually put pressure on Daryl Morey. Was like, I don't got no other excuse no more. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to bow out. I need personal time, which he was lying. I think some tampering was going on or something.
Of course it was.
You know what I'm saying? I'm about some time, take some time off, and next week I'm the GM of the Philadelphia 76ers. You know what I'm saying? Like, the pressure is real once the national media and more people see exactly what type of product you are actually putting out on the court and what your faults are. You know what I'm saying? So Stone probably gonna have another 2 to 3 years probably, and I'm not too happy about it. Put it like that.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Like, it's gonna take. I don't know how long it would take for like a GM that kind of stumbles into this position to get like on a Sam Presti, Danny Ainge, we win every trade, type of level, but yeah, I feel like he is pretty fortunate. I mean, he did get us some talent. He got some really good talent, but we definitely kind of fumbled into it. Kind of gave up a lot of stuff for kind of nothing. Just bleeding picks here and there. Just trying to sweeten the deal and not really getting anything great in return and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty critical of Stone. I know when we got about halfway through the season, I had like Stone at like a grade like C, like
Yeah.
not very good, not very good. So
super average.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm kind of with you on that.
Yeah, I just don't see it. And the reason I even asked is because the thinking, forecasting long term, man, that's really critical. Because the deeper we get, you can't be, you got to be a shark. Like the new CBA is the new CBA for a reason. You got to be really smart. You got to be really savvy with the moves that you make. You can't be just giving out second round picks like they candy. I know people laugh and say, "Oh, it's the second round picks." You're gonna find out real soon just how important them second round picks is. Because it's go ahead, Frank.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think like y'all saying, the higher the margin, I mean, the higher the pressure and the expectations are, the room for error goes down. So, and based on my assessment of him, he's done a okay job. He's made some bad moves, but he hasn't done anything that is like catastrophic. And that's okay when you're at this level, right? You're trying to build a team, so you have more room for error because you have more leeway. There's no expectations. That like, if we want to be a real playoff team, then those margins become that much more important, because a lot of these championship teams, they win on the edge. Like, you have to make that trade for that eighth man that gives you an extra body on the playoff rotation, and that could be the reason why you win a championship. A Jeff Green trade, like in the middle of the season, could be a reason why a team win a championship. Or bringing in Brown or some random player, bringing in some dude that's like a backup point guard is the reason. So right now, he hasn't had to win any of those, but it depends on what Tillman's and the Rock. I'm sure, Udoka, they want to like go for everything next year. But I think as long as he can meet those expectations, he should be fine. I think this summer is a big summer for him, though, because you got extension talks with Jalen's class of players. You also got, obviously, what are they going to do as far as with their cap space they can develop? Are they going to just – I know they're going to exercise a lot of the options of Jeff and Londale and all these guys to give them the flexibility to trade it. Are they going to trade? Are they going to keep the pick, trade the pick? Because what they do now is going to affect the next 2-3 years. So – this summer is very important for the Rockets because they have some big boy decisions. I think Udoka buffers a lot because he has a lot of voice within the organization. So I think that is helpful to have an adult. Not like Stone is not an adult, but I think Udoka is a basketball guy that's been outside of the Rockets. You feel me? What's his name? Patrick Fertitta is fairly new to being a executive in the NBA. Stone is new to being an executive in the NBA. They probably have some basketball operations people in the organization that have been there, but they're not like basketball people. But you have Udoka, who's been around R.C. Buford and Greg Popovich. He's been in Philly. He's been in Brooklyn. So he's been around the league in pretty good front offices. Smart, been around a lot of smart people, a lot of good smart people. He was there. I think he was there. I'm trying to think if he was there when the dude from Oklahoma City, their GM, was on the Spurs. I don't know whether they overlap. Sam Presti. If y'all don't know, Sam Presti is an outshoot of the Popovich tree as an executive. So Ime's been around the best of the best in the NBA. So I know he has say-so in some of these dealings because he's the guy that's making the meals. So we would just hope that he would be the one to kind of buffer anything that would be crazy, that may look dumb for them to do. He's the one that wanted Fred VanVleet. He wanted Dylan Brooks, and you know what I mean? It's the guys that he wanted, and you could see now how that would have been. And low-key, I know we all assumed that if we got Brook Lopez, he would have just started. I think LP would have beat him out. And then
that's what I was saying, bro.
Yeah, I think LP would have beat him out. And then you have a backup center that's elite. We probably would be like a 7 seed right now if Lopez was on the team as a backup.
Mm-hmm.
A 5 that could stretch the floor. And then when LP get benched or he tripping, you put him in there. So I trust Ime, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Frank, you see the chat I just glanced. Justo say he got CSG tatted on him. Is that true?
Bro, you a trip.
Justo, you for real?
Bro.
You just playing? Let us.
Yeah, you just be playing. Don't put no CSG tattoo.
I ain't even got it tatted on me. But if that's you a diehard fan, bro. I ain't gonna even hate on you if you did, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that's wild. That's wild, bro. I had wanted to look at the like some of the remaining schedule for March, and we got Utah, Portland, Oklahoma City. Then we got Utah again, and then Dallas, like Frank had mentioned earlier. So that's 5 games just for in March. Utah, I think we can beat. Portland, we can beat. Oklahoma City, we done beat them 2 times already, or they beat us
one time.
No, we beat them. Oh yeah, we split with them already.
Nah, they beat us twice, right?
Nah, we beat them once. Remember?
It's 1-1. Okay.
Yeah, we 1-1 with them, and then we got Utah again. And then we got Dallas. That we can stay on this little roll at least almost to a 10-game winning streak. 11-game winning streak.
That's a lot, bro.
And to see where we came from, and just think about all of those one possession games we lost. You know what I'm saying? Like. In December, late December, early January. Like we can probably make this push, man. We could probably make this push.
Bro, it's gonna be that April stretch, man. That's really what it's gonna come down to. Especially that Warriors game on the 4th. But you look at Minnesota, Miami,
we got Dallas twice.
Every team's trying to play for something. Positioning for some of them, like trying to stay in the playoffs. It's gonna be. I mean, I'm gonna enjoy them games just as much as the playoff games because I feel like the pressure in them games is gonna be really high, especially that Warriors. I hope we go undefeated into that Golden State game. So it's like we've been winning, and then everybody knows we have to win, and the Warriors know we have to win, and they have to win because they need to win to stay in because they know we come for their spot. That pressure, man, because you know Steph and them gonna show out. I'm trying to see what our young guys do, bro, because it's going to come down to IQ. Now, honestly, if I had to put money on it, I ain't going to lie, I'm going to bet on the Warriors.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
I don't know. We at home.
We at home. You got to keep it 100, bro. You being honest, dog.
Hey, I'm being real. I can't, we've seen this movie. Let's not front, bro. Come on, Houston.
It got to stop
know what it is,
Frank, it got to stop sometime. And I think this is the best opportunity to stop. We on a roll, bro. By the time we get to the Warriors, we probably be the one 11 out of 15 games. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, it's a win-win for me regardless, but I ain't gonna lie, man. I got PTSD, man. I'm traumatized by that team, bro. Like it could be.
You watched the Grizzlies game yesterday?
It don't, bro. It's them versus. It's not even about the rest of the league, bro. I watched. I did, and they cooked. They look good, but
I had to cut that thing off by halftime. I was like, nah,
yeah, they look good, but it seems like every time, like we be like to me, I don't even want to say this in the air, bro, but it seemed like we gonna go in there undefeated.
Oh man, no.
No. See, this is just me. I'm exercising demons, y'all. I'm just trying to get out of past. This is a new Rockets team, Frank. New Rockets team. Okay. We got it, bro. We got it.
I can't, bro. I really, literally don't know what I'd do if I suffer another heartbreak to the Golden State Warriors, like in that type of fashion. You know what I'm saying, like, and then they end up going on like a 7-game win streak.
To win the chip, bro.
Like the end of the season, and then they go rolling into the
championship.
Yeah,
bro.
they roll into the playoffs hot, and then no. We gotta, bro. We're gonna have to get this. We're gonna have to beat Clay Steph, Draymond in a high leverage game before they retire, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about, yeah, we was close to him in 2018. You know what I'm saying? But since then, bro, and before then, it was been nothing but heartbreak dealing with these Golden State Warriors. We're gonna have to slay that dragon sometime. And then I don't care if people gonna say, oh, they got old and phased out. I don't care.
I don't care nothing about that.
I don't care nothing about that,
win.
Because everybody get old and everybody fades out. You know what I'm saying? So our time gotta come against these dudes, bro. Like, for real. For real, Frank. Like, we gotta do.
Nah, I'm with you. I'm playing a little bit, but I don't know, bro. Something about, I think they hate us, bro. Like, it seemed like they could be having the worst. It'd be the worst season for Clay, and they just, when it's a Rockets game, these dudes really get up for us, bro. No matter how bad we are, they will get up. So if in the event that we do slay that dragon, you would have to. It would be very poetic. I seen that in the chat, because basically it'd almost be ending their run. Because I think that after this year, you may be able to build another team with Steph and try to do something with that. But I mean, it would be, it's going to be a hard game, bro. It's going to be a hard game. And I'm going to tell you another reason why it's going to be hard. On the basketball note, the Warriors and Miami games are going to be hard for us because, one, we like to, with this new 5-out and switching 1 through 5 defense we do, this is the same defense we played against them and forced them into isolations. The only problem with this style, and this one, another random tangent, when KD played on the Warriors and we switched 1 through 5, forcing them into isolation worked because KD was more than willing to isolate on your players. When he got hurt and they went to their regular motion offense, 5-out ain't going to stop a motion offense, bro. Because what they do is they're going to slip the screens. And what I mean by that, when you switch, if you notice when our players switch, they try to make contact with each other sometimes, or they'll try to touch the screener to, like, let the other guy know I got it. Like, you got to communicate your switches, right? Golden State does a great job of pretending they're about to screen and then cutting to the basket. And usually what happens in that split seconds, because they're so smart and they pass so well, the two guys switching are going to be at the same level, just standing there with each other. And that little hesitation is how they kill us, how they kill the Rockets every time, bro. And it is hard to, damn near impossible to stop because they so smart. They cut, and so it's gonna be a hard game to play because they're gonna play like cat and mouse.
You know what was really gonna kind of that's different from our 2018 team, like, we don't have that Clint Capella. You know what I'm saying? Well,
nah, even with the 5-out, when we went tuck wagon, they still do that, bro. Like, it's.
But that's what I'm saying. Even tuck wagon, but we got Jabari that can actually.
Man, Tucker was a way better defender than Jabari, bro. Tucker was guarding KD, bro.
But I'm saying,
even though he got cooked,
Tuck was just small. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they do have a weakness though. They do have a weakness.
Like, we don't. I know we ain't gonna play the drop. We ain't gonna play the drop.
Nah, you can't. Who?
No, it's not Paz. I'm not saying it's a certain player, but whenever they play against a team, whenever the Warriors play against a team who bigs can shoot, that just throws off their whole defense. Tell me I'm lying.
They've made an adjustment, I've noticed. Looney does not play anymore for that Jackson, whatever his name is.
That is
Ever
true.
since they made that change, they've been that problem is not a problem anymore. And I know it was a big deal for them to go to that because, you know, Looney's one of their pillars. But they benched him, and he damn near barely play anymore because of what you just said, bro. So that's a good observation on your part. So I think it's gonna be man. Y'all don't know this, like, on the X and O's. There's so much on this game, bro. I just want us to go in there undefeated because it just makes it sweeter. Because it just the tension, bro. Y'all know how much I miss this, bro. Like the tension. Y'all remember the playoff game?
It's like a playoff game
in the air, bro. Where it was like. It's May and it's like the game 2 of the war. It felt like a movie. Like, yeah, man. So yeah, I'm excited. I just hope what we got. You said it's what? Utah, Portland,
Utah,
and who?
Portland, Oklahoma. Then we got Utah again.
Damn, Oklahoma.
Dallas
and
Minnesota. That's who I'm more afraid of than anybody is Minnesota because we do not match up.
Ain't got no
center.
We don't match up well with them at all. Bro.
Minnesota, they all hurt, bro. I think Cat hurt, Gobert hurt, even Nas Reed hurt.
I missed that.
Yeah, they hurt, bro. They ain't got no big man, and I think we actually match up with OKC pretty well, honestly.
I don't know. Without
you don't think so?
That's tough. That's tough.
Well, let's think about it, bro. What we talking about? So
no.
Jalen Williams.
I mean, we seen. It's like Jabari get up to play Chat for some reason.
Oh, he does. Yeah, I have noticed that. Yeah, because he's like, hey, we was in the same draft class you went before me.
Yeah, I think we match up with them. So if Jalen can neutralize as far as scoring SGA, it's gonna come down to just another guy got to come along on the ride.
I'll put a man on SGA, truthfully.
I think Fred gonna be real critical that game.
Yeah, that's a Fred.
That's a Fred game, man.
Nah, bro, Space, you got to guard Jalen Williams too, bro. That dude a killer, man.
That's why we got Dylan Brooks.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
I mean, I think Brooks,
I think Brooks and A-Man can definitely deal with Jalen Williams and SG enough to where they ain't just going stupid crazy on us.
But we seen Shea cooked Fred VanVleet last time we played him.
Yeah, he did.
They was actually picking on.
They were hunting him. They were hunting him.
Yeah. That's true. But we'll see, because I do trust Udoka to make some adjustments to that game, because I don't really see. Well, it's certain matchups that just bother us, but for the most part, when we see a team more than once, we don't really just get hulled like that with the same thing over and over and over, game after game after game. So we'll see, man. I think it's a good opportunity to showcase, the improvements from last game, because really, that was really the turning point. The last OKC game that we played, that was terrible. We could really show how far we've come from then to now. We'll see. I mean, again, big fella hurt, but it's an opportunity to show a different dimension.
I think we
played them back to back. You remember?
Yeah.
So we played them 3 times.
I think we did.
Yeah.
Let me look that up.
So they beat us twice then.
They beat us. They beat us 123 to 110. Jabari Smith Jr. was our leading scorer.
Oh yeah, then
that's never good.
And he was our leading rebound. You remember he had 20 and 17 that game.
Okay, they beat us twice.
Then they beat us 112 to 95.
Yeah.
At Oklahoma City, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think we played them a little.
We played them early in the year where Şengün punked Chet. Yeah. Chet said, "Nah, you ain't doing that no more."
So we won it. We won it 2 against them.
They had Chet guarding a man when he came in. They had Chet.
That's true. They was tagging off him. Yeah. Hey, real quick, did y'all notice that? I know I said it earlier. I think as teams, for the fan base, so y'all don't. These Rockets still have a lot of holes on the team, and I don't think we've gotten to the point where teams actually care to make those adjustments. But one of them is definitely the men's shooting thing. I seen it. Chicago did it a little bit. If we do make a push for the playoffs or the play-in, I seen what they did to Josh Giddey last year. It can get nasty if you got a non-shooter out there. It can get nasty in the playoffs because they will force the issue by force, and so that's something to watch out for. You know what I mean? On every other night where you're playing random teams, it's really not a thing. But when a team knows you're it's a playing game, they're going to scheme for you. And so that's going to be interesting to see how we adjust that, because the way they did getting the play-in, bro, it's almost demoralizing when teams literally just bro, you're going to shoot 8 threes today.
Yeah, the reason why Giddey is not super athletic, oh man, and he couldn't take advantage of space. If they're backing off, hey man, I'm telling them just drive right to them, drive into their chest, make them foul you, or you know what I'm saying, do something, because he can eat up that ground so quick. So like I know it's a problem. Don't get me wrong. I know it's a problem.
Why
But
not
I
go
don't think
into-
it's a bigger problem like with because even they used to do it against Westbrook. You know what I'm
But
saying?
Westbrook could shoot. Like,
No, I'm
The
saying like
mid-range, yeah.
against those like when he was playing with us, he stopped shooting like threes and everything.
but
He used to
he
just
always
drive.
had a little bank shot. Like Russ could like you. If a man was shooting like Russ, man, he'd be damn near top 20 player right now, bro, with his defense. Like, so because Russ on his worst day, probably a 30% 3-point shooter. A man is like 13%, and then he has that little pull up. Even though it's not great, it's still a weapon. I think the response has, in my opinion, is what they did is like he becomes the screener. I think that's not all the time because, but Coach Udoka can't put out lineups with Tate and a man, or you can't have two non-shoot like a man and
Tate
another
can't
like.
play.
Nah,
Tate can't play at all.
that's what I'm saying. Just like I said
that's
today
what
in the chat earlier. You remember I said we're gonna see Reggie Bullock instead of Tate.
Yeah, good call on that.
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
Yeah, he did. I seen what they did, and he did space out the floor. And you know what I mean.
So, with our man, I would tell him he got to get a floater. If a dude is giving you that much space and they backing off of you, go to him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Set him up, drive a few times, and now he's going to backpedal even more. And then just pull up, float game. Shoot, pull up, float game. Shoot. You know what I'm saying? Like, make them pay. You ain't going to eat up all that space to where you just drive it all the way into the paint, into the bigs. Just pull up, float over whoever you is. Pull up, float.
Why not go into a DHO though?
With him doing the handoffs?
Yeah, with a man doing the handoff.
That's what I would do because that's what the Clippers do with Russ right now. Because I think this current Russ is probably comparable to Amen Thompson shooting wise. Ty Lue make Russ be a screener. So if he get the ball on the kick, like let's say Paul George drive and he kick it out to Russ and he's on 3-point line. As soon as that happened, a guy like Norman Powell comes screaming off the corner and they go into a handoff. And what that does is whoever's cheating off of Russ that deep in the paint, you're going to let Russ screen off Powell's man, and Powell got a wide open three. And you do that a couple of times, the teams will start they got to come up a little bit. And a little bit. Then the man can use the athleticism to start slipping those or just taking them. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's something I don't think they can correct right now because he's a rookie. But I think as, like, you can play with a guy like back to the Warriors. I mean, they would have damn near 3 non-shooters on the floor at the same time because they run a lot of DHOs. You got Draymond, you had Looney, and you had Iguodala all playing. You know, even though Iggy hit a big shot, he wasn't a great shooter, all playing at the same time. And all you do is if you have a guy that can't shoot, just use him as a screener for a shooter. That's all you got to do. Just use him as a screener.
Golden State do that all
the time, bro. Oh, you gonna hang in the paint on Draymond? Steph, come. They're gonna run 3 screens. Steph coming around wide open.
But did you see what they did tonight too? Like they had him on a baseline dunker spot.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a variations of ways to kind of. I just don't want him to become full Ben Simmons. You know what I'm saying? Like,
nah, he a different dog. He ain't going.
Like, you gotta let him shoot it sometime. You know what I'm saying? Like we was talking about earlier, Frank. You just I know it's ugly, but hey, he might get lucky. He might hit a couple of them or something. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 3-pointers a game. I don't think it'll hurt.
He has to. Like just to even the thought that he might even make it. The guys think about it. Maybe a guy closed out. I don't know, but he has to, even though he won't make it, or whether he make it or not, I don't even matter. I think him just shooting it make the defense, even though they might not be super honest, but it'll make them think about it. So he got to shoot a couple threes, and he can't just like be scared to do it. But man, bro, I'm telling y'all, in those big games, not even in the playoffs, there's some teams that their coaches are that petty that they're gonna like do that. Where like you're gonna shoot, bro, and not even if you got athleticism, they're gonna pack the paint and be like, nah, we're gonna make you shoot. And it's and then that'll be that. But that's one of the reasons I want us to get into these games, because what teams do in these playoff type games, or even in the play-in or in the playoffs, they expose your weaknesses. They force you.
Left-handed.
They whatever it is. Oh, he bad going right. All right, you gonna go right all night, bro. He can't shoot. All right, 10 threes for him. Like the team, that's what they're gonna expose you, and it's gonna help our young guys. That's why I was telling y'all all year. This is, there's no amount of draft picks you could give me to tell me the experience Jalen is getting right now, bro. You can't put a price on it. This literally is going to impact your franchise for years. You know what I mean? To get in the playoffs and actually see what your weaknesses are and be like, damn, I got to go into summer and fix this. That's going to change a player's whole career trajectory. This stuff launches dynasties, bro. Like y'all might be seeing the budding of a contender as we speak, and we just talking like it's nothing, but this is what the stuff that stats can't really show you. You watch basketball long enough, you've seen this move. When these teams get it together like this, I mean, it's on.
And you kind of took the words out of my mouth, because I was gonna bring up I don't know if everybody as old as us. I remember young LeBron. LeBron couldn't shoot. I mean, he couldn't shoot. Like, and then they didn't respect his shooting at all. That's why they lost the first championship, basically, because Pop just said, we're going to let him shoot. You know what I'm saying? And the athleticism, I know it's not a one-to-one comparison. You know what I'm saying? But as far as A-Man's athleticism and his getting to the rim, and he of that mold type. You know what I'm saying? But once LeBron felt that and tasted that, damn, they just gonna let me shoot and I can't do nothing about it. He went into the gym and he actually, he the older he got, the better shooter he became. Free throws are still a little bit hit or miss sometimes with LeBron. You know what I'm saying? But he can shoot now, like from deep, and hopefully that's all it's gonna take for our man to just like, all right, teams got my number. Pretty much, I was a weak link in a playoff series, and my team lost. I don't never want to have that feeling again. You know what I'm saying? And he gets in the gym.
How did Rondo do it? I got to go back and look at some Rondo highlights. Like, he had a floater, elite floater, right?
Yeah, he had a floater. He had a floater.
Rondo was good at floating. He was
an elite floater, and he from different angles off the glass, stuff like So
from 15
that's
feet
what
in,
I was saying.
he was
That's what I was saying earlier with our man. Like, he gonna have to get a floater. If they gonna back up off you like that, eat up as much space as you can and just go up. And with our man being 6'7", a floater is gonna be hard to block, even for big man. You know what I'm saying? That's playing like in a drop, or you know what I'm saying, or whoever. Usually it's gonna be a point guard or somebody that's holding him, because he's playing a point guard unless he get moved to the wing permanently like Frank.
But that's what I was gonna ask you, bro. That's the next question though. Is when we get, because at some point Fred gonna phase out, right? When we got our full squad, is Amen your point guard? Because I kind of think Jalen cooks with the ball in his hand a lot more. I appreciate that Jalen, because if y'all watch the video I made, the first play in that Wizards game was the off-ball action with Jalen and men getting to Jalen an open corner three. I love that, because to me that's a snapshot of some of the development Ime has brought in, is some of the off-ball movement and getting him open shots. And I want more of that, but I have to admit Jalen is better, and this has been since his rookie year. He's better when he gets touches, right? And I think, honestly, if people want to talk about Şengün and him, the biggest difference between him when Şengün isn't playing is that it forces Fred to not have a two-man game and have to rely on Jalen. So Jalen has a better rhythm of the game. So I think, because if y'all remember early in the season, people were asking, is Fred hates Jalen Green? No, he's a point guard. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
So he's a rhythm player. It's a weird dynamic with the team. So with Amen, I think he's like, he could play point guard at some point, but he's playing like a wing right now. So I don't know, bro. It's like a lot of the stuff that we talking about is if he was on the ball, but they're going to be using him off the ball. That's why I keep going back to him being a screener, like you said, in the dunker spot. It's just, I just don't know what's best for him as a prospect.
I think I think you don't have to thread that needle with him like that because, like we said, he's not just like a regular little like quintessential point guard to where he's only good at this one thing is running the point. Like Fred, you couldn't use him in a dunker spot. You ain't gonna put him on the wing. You're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? He's so versatile in what he do. I don't see why he couldn't have the ball and run like the majority of the point guard capabilities, but then you got a secondary Jalen, you know what I'm saying? Once Jalen have the ball and he's, initiating actions or doing what he's doing, then you can still play all man with him because he's going to be like in the dunker spot or cutting off the wing or doing something different. Like he can be effective in multiple ways. So I'm not saying that he's not gonna be the point guard, but I don't think he have to have that like that just that label of he's the point guard and he's gotta initiate every action because he can do so many other things off the ball. It's not that it can actually benefit the team. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's not a great shooter. But usually if you're not a great shooter, you kind of want them with the ball. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying?
That's
you
what I'm
want
saying.
him with the ball because he's not a great shooter. And so you ain't got to worry about teams cheating off of him. You know what I'm saying? Because he got the ball. Somebody always going to be on him because he got the ball.
Well, it depends. It depends. Go ahead, bro.
I was just gonna ask, man. This is the way I look at point guards, man. If you're gonna play the point position, if I can't trust you to break a press, you ain't running point for me. Do you really trust a man or Jalen?
Ooh, that's the
point?
biggest question as a man's handles before we even get to the shot.
You see what I'm saying, bro? Like you can't run point, you can't break a press.
Yeah, but how often do teams press? Like
if they know you got a shaky handle, they gonna do it.
Yeah, that's why you got that's why you got other players on your team.
Space.
You know what I'm
Eric
saying?
Spoelstra, listen, Eric Spoelstra gonna press you in October.
That was
all game long. If
you
know, you ain't got a handle. We've seen it. We remember
he
they
did
were
it. The rookie KBJ. Well, KBJ was just like his first year.
They had them boys fumbling and full press all game long. It's certain coaches that are psychos like that, but most of the teams won't do that. I've revived my Jalen could be like a halfway point guard take, but to me the system that they run is to me it's already there, bro. Like the Denver and the Golden State, the Sacramento. I think we have so many. To me, the best way to maximize multiple talented players at different positions is to run motion, because everybody's talent becomes a weapon. Whether you're a shooter, in motion you can stretch the floor, right? Your shooting is a threat. Whether you can't shoot but you can cut and you're athletic, that becomes a weapon in motion. And whether you're a good ball handler that could attack the defense off the dribble, that becomes an option. If you're a good roller, it's so many. You're a good passer, like so it exposes everybody's strength at once. Because if we do a lot of high screen pick and rolls, it with as many talented young players we have, when they're all playing, is going to be real reductive, because you're just going to have guys standing in the corner waiting for kickouts. Whereas with a man Thompson, like we talked, he could do DHOs. Inverted pick and rolls with him and a big, like him and Şengün could run pick and rolls. You could do guard on guard with him and Jalen, as we've seen with them. You could run him just so many different points on the court. Then Jalen could play off ball and on ball. You could have different packages with different personnel. It's so many different type of players we have on the team to like see how they all fit. I think that's going to be Ime's probably the hardest part for him, is to like make it make sense, because Tari Eason and Cam Whitmore are also been out this stretch. Where does Cam fit on this thing we're talking about? Like, remember, some people wanted Cam to play in place of Jalen.
Yeah.
So what?
My bad. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna ask, where does it fit? Like, how do we?
Yeah, I'm not worried about Tari, because we never ran plays for him, and he always, you know what I'm saying. He does every little thing that everybody else is not gonna do. So it's almost like you don't have to worry about running plays or letting them fit with. Because we seen in the last 2 years that he's been on the team, he's been in every plus minus, well, he led the plus minus in every lineup that he was in, no matter who he was playing with. So Tari, he's just gonna get those scrappy hustle plays, and he's gonna make an impact. Cam, on the other hand, I can see, well, if he don't get the tunnel vision out, or if he don't want to buy into certain things, but I don't think he's on a level where he think he's too good. Just he's 19, 20. How long is it going to take for him to actually grasp the whole concept of what we're trying to do?
And we don't know what they all look like healthy at the same time too, because just as you said, mentioned about the tunnel vision. I don't know how lineup's gonna look on offense with Cam and Torrey at the same time. That's a lot of tunnel vision, boy.
There's a lot of crackhead players.
I would say this though. Cam have looked good playing with Jalen though.
Oh yeah. Matter of fact, the trio of Cam, Amen, and Jalen, they look really good as a trio. So, on both ends.
I don't know, man. Yeah. I mean, that's why Udoka get paid. That's why he's the coach and I'm not, because I'll probably overthink it. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably overthink it.
Tari and Cam, they automatically gonna come off the bench anyways, I think, next season. And then it's really gonna come down to when they feel like they're ready to move on from Dylan, as far as a starter or even as a player on the Rockets. And then when does Fred, if he's here, I'm hoping Fred restructures his contract and takes less money but is here for a longer period. And in that case, when he's making less money, it's justifiable for him to phase out into a backup role. And I think once that happens, then the lineups, it just then becomes who cracks the starters first. I think Amanda's going to start at some point next year, like full time. It's just a battle, bro.
So he's going to have to be the point guard, bro.
Nah, I don't know. I don't think Fred is not. He's not starting over Fred.
No. I'm talking about once it fades out. Once Fred, like you were saying.
Oh, when it fades out.
Because Tari gonna be here.
Okay, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Gonna be here for at least another year.
Is Jamal Murray like a pure point? He's not like the point guard point. I think if we were doing comps, Jamal Murray would be like Jalen Green, right?
Yeah.
So, and they have Jokic, which would be like the Şengün role. And to me, that's what I'm saying. That type of offense, you don't need you just need a guy that could come up the floor without getting his pockets picked. Right?
So is Aaron Gordon in this situation?
I said it, bro. But I think he's more dynamic because he's a guard version of Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon is a power forward. Amen is a guard that's big. So, and when I make that comp, I'm not saying like that's it. He's just gonna stand there or set screens or post up. He's gonna do guardy things like what guards do, but in his role on that dynamic of a perimeter scorer, a post hub, his job is going to be a roll threat, a cutter, a guy that can do some things in transition, and God willing, hit a couple threes throughout the season. And I think to start, if his handle gets better, and for a man, shout out, and AK Finney brought it up. We even taken 2 steps forward. We need to slow down. That man needs to work on his handles before anything. We could talk about his shooting. To me, the handles is the bigger problem right now. He's gotten way better over the year, but the handles is like, to me, the Ben Simmons. He can't even be Ben Simmons until his handles. Ben Simmons could dribble.
Yeah, I think I agree.
Simmons got point guard hands.
I agree, but look at the stride that even Jabari made from last year to this year, as far as handles wise. You know what I'm saying? Like, our man is used to having a ball, so I think he's gonna figure that part out.
Yeah, I think you already know he's the golden goose for me on this team, bro. I see otherworldly, like a guy that can impose his will. To me, of all the draft picks we have, he's one of the only ones that looks the part of like a top 5 player, just physically. Like, we got a lot of skillful players. Jalen's skillful scorer, Şengün is skillful big. Jabari got, hopefully on most nights is skillful. He can shoot. He can do some things. Tari is a good defender. Cam is a scorer. A man looks like a dude that he can. I'm just bigger, faster, stronger than you, and I'm a scorer. You can't stop me. Type. He has that potential. Now that's why I really value his upside. But upside is just upside. Now we talking about real basketball. He's still in the middle for me. But yeah, if he gets to the point, I trust his work ethic. I think he's shown enough over this year, especially on defense, that he's a quick processor, he's a thinker, and he's a hard worker. To me, that's a good combination. And give him a couple off seasons, and all of this stuff could be moot. But if he can click it together, bro, if he can have his third-year leap, that's a scary dude, man. He's so damn strong. Right. He's big. He's athletic. He's smart.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring this up, and then I gotta close it out. It's after 12 already. But what's the best? How can I put this? Because I don't want to seem like I'm down in Shangoon at any point. But what's the best center type that you gotta put next to man? It's gotta be like a screening, rolling, dunker. You know what I'm saying? That type of dude.
Nah, spacer.
I say a shooter.
Shooter. Yeah, spacer.
Yeah.
Yep.
But Shangoon ain't that either.
He'll get there. I think right now, a perfect center around him would be Miles Turner, a guy that could pop out for threes and do some lobs because that gives you that vertical spacing. But for him, if you talk about just a click Capella, good luck, bro. That pick and roll dead. Ain't nobody so you need a guy that could space, and spacing doesn't have to be from three. To me, the development for them is if Shangoon can get his mid-range shot, that little shot put, that's all you need for spacing. Because what you mean by spacing is they're going to play the drop against them because they both can't shoot technically. So can you make that pocket pass, and can that guy make a shot? Now, preferably, I want my guard to be a shooter, so that's not a problem. But if we assume a man is not going to be a shooter, yeah, Shangoon just got to develop a mid-range game. But to me, that's irrelevant because he needs to do that regardless. Whether to me, he has to have it, or his development as a scorer is going to be stopped. I'm talking about LP. This summer, LP needs to come back with a mid-range, a 50% from the free throw line shot. Y'all know I compare him to what's the boy name from the Lakers, Pau Gasol. Pau had that little 18-footer down. That's the only way you can play next to Bynum. So yeah, he got it.
He actually took that little flamingo out of his game or something. He don't do that.
He brought it back before he got hurt. He started going back to it, but he needs to just hit a shot, bro. I don't like that. I mean, it looks pretty, but I don't know why he has to do all that. Just pull up, pop what's his name do on Chicago, Vucevic. Just have a little jumper, just you could just pop out and just hit it. And I think that'll open up a lot of stuff. The reason I'm gonna say him because he can pass, and I think that's another thing we don't bring up a lot is the passing ability. Not a lot of guys can make the passes and the reads across the court, and it's gonna be really important with Jalen and Amen when teams start trapping them. Once again, Draymond Green, short roll, Warriors, Dynasty. If you have a guy on the perimeter that's that elite, if you got a big man that could read the court, there's nothing you can do to stop it at all. You're at their mercy because a lot of teams bank on big men like Clint Capella that fumble the ball when James gets trapped, and then he don't know what he want to do. He gonna travel or just turn the ball over. But if you got a point guard brain in your big man, it's 4-on-3, and you got shooters. Oh my God! So it's just the vision, bro. I already see it. I see it, bro, and I know Ime does too. And Jalen, like I said, Jalen waking up, it just opens up a new realm of possibilities for what the level the Rockets could get to. Right now, we're at a playing level. If them kids figure out how to mix this up, bro, that take it to a whole nother level.
Yeah, I want to make a clarification too. I wasn't thinking about.
Nah. You ain't. We on Chop Shop, bro.
No. I wasn't thinking about the mode of like Clint Capella. I was thinking like the mode of like Miles Turner, someone like that.
Or what's his name, Porzingis or somebody. I think Porzingis.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody that can
Wemby.
still set beautiful screens. They can pop out and can, you know what I'm saying, give you some alley-oop presence. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of
Chet is not a good screener. Yeah.
Chet? Who said Chet?
Yeah, I said Chet, but he can't screen.
Oh,
he's too
yeah,
skinny.
he's too skinny. But
He
like
bony.
on that type of
problem
mode.
too, by the way.
Yeah, I mean,
What y'all real quick? What y'all think about a man getting a post game?
He should. He's 6'7". All that muscle, yeah, that's a given, bro. That's a shit. Jason Kidd, you know what I mean? Them guards like that to me, like dribbles, floater, post, like work your way inside, then go out. Yeah. You know what I mean? Over like just work your way out, bro. Like he should be everything around the basket should be his. They should run plays. If he can get a post up, then you can hunt mismatches against smaller guards and clear out. And if they want to trap him, kick it out to your shooters.
Yeah, I still think you probably need a stretch 5 for that too, almost.
No, put the dude in the dunker spot. That's the easy pass.
Yeah,
you're gonna cheat, but you don't need
do the inverse of what they do with Şengün and him right now. You can do the inverse.
Basically, where he cuts off a Şengün getting posted.
Yeah.
Now them two together, I do want to see more data on that. Like, I think there is spacing issues with the two of them, so one of them got to get a shot.
Ideally, both, but
one of them got to get a shot, or that's gonna be because in the playoff setting, a man and Şengün on the court. If I'm a coach, oh yeah, I already know.
The paint.
Yes, sir. Y'all
play their zone. Play his zone, and that's a wrap.
Yeah, so that's gonna be something y'all keep an eye on that. So we gonna see what they do.
Yep, man. Appreciate that. We're gonna end it off right there, man. You know, it's after midnight. Your boy gotta get up for work. But man, you know, I miss these discussions, bro. I'm glad we can have them. You know what I'm saying? 7 in a row. Like Frank said, hey man, we might be legit here in a minute, bro. I wish we was all healthy. That's the only regret. But I don't know if we would have seen, you know, some of these players stepping up like they are if we didn't have that adversity coming to us. You know, so it's a give and take. It's a give and take situation we in. So, but I'm glad we making the best out of it, bro. So I appreciate everybody for coming by, stopping by at the Chop Shop like always, man. We play Utah in what, 2 days? Yeah, 2 days. Saturday. We play Utah Saturday. Come through, chop it up with us. I know Frank probably going to be dropping something soon. Check that out. If you haven't know already, check out the Rockets Talk with him and Roosh. Them boys be on there speaking facts. Bro, like, we steady trying to grow over here at the Chop Shop, and we couldn't do it without you, man. We appreciate everything that y'all do for us. Everything that y'all do. So, CSGs.
CMB.
You know what I'm saying?
CMB.
We all
man,
we got.
all we got.
We all we got, baby. Appreciate y'all for coming through, man. Holla at your boy Space, man. Let's go, Houston Rockets. Let's try to get this 8 game in a row. Let's try to get this 8 games in a row, man. Let's go, Houston Rockets. Y'all holla at your boy.